Hi. Yep,
Hey.
we are live. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I have Sheila from Celtic Tarot Sheila and Danny from Bathrobe Tarot with me today. They've been kind enough to reschedule with me, and we have a whole slew of questions. We're so happy to see everybody here. Thanks for joining us. And Danny, do you want to tell some of the viewers about you in case they've been living under a rock and they don't know anything about you?
Well, so my question is, what are these viewers doing living under a rock? What kind of viewers do you have, Lori?
Them just do, you know.
So, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
You've been reading for how long?
I've been reading for. I started reading when I was in my 30s, so that's 30 plus years, and but it was off and on, and then in the last 10 years, I guess, I've been reading every day. So, and then with the when COVID hit and we all got shut down. That's when, just before that is when I started the YouTube channel. And I'm not really sure why I started that, except to get a recording so I could remember what I was reading. And it kind of went from there. So, yeah. And, and what I find so interesting about this community is the growth that I get to experience, and I think that we all get to experience, just growing spiritually and metaphysically through this channel. I think it's so awesome. It's just not like a little entertainment thing. It's actually learning as we grow through this.
Spiritual Sundays, and you have a really beautiful spiritual message on Sundays. If people want to hop over on your channel for Sundays, that's really always inspirational. I find it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Well, where do you guys want to start today? Do we decide we're going to start with Pompeo?
Yeah, that's spiritual.
We're going to dive into the jerks right off the
bat. All right. Well, he's
well, what about Sheila? Why don't you ask Sheila? Maybe your viewers don't know anything about Sheila.
They've been under two rocks and they don't know who Sheila. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, for one thing, if there's anybody in the chat that has not subscribed to either Danny or Lori, do so and push the like button. Oh my gosh, you're missing out if you're not subscribed to Lori and Danny for sure.
Thank you.
I just I have a YouTube channel.
Really?
I know. I've been reading for quite some time. I do a lot of things on my channel. I have Dave Johnson from Australia. I have him once a month. I have Linda G and Whimsy and Lena Rodriguez. I have them going. We do a thing once a month. So definitely come by and check it out. And I am always available. If somebody wants me to join them on their channel, I say yes. All I gotta do is send me an email and ask me to set it up. I'm good to go. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much for that. Yeah, you've had a lot of people on your channel recently, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
I gather friends.
Yes, you do. Friendly people gather friends. All right, let's take a look at the political future of Pompeo, because he has formed a new super PAC called the Champion America Values PAC. So under that, he's going to collect money, as much money as he possibly can. He'll be touring all over the United States to support all the 2022 Republican candidates. And most people think that he is going to run for president. So can we look to see, is his political career going to blossom, or will he be deflowered?
That tickled me. Him being deflowered, the things that went through my mind. Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on with the Pompeo.
And what decks are you guys using today? I'm doing traditional Rider-Waite.
Mine is traditional right away, but mine is tarot with keywords.
All right.
Because I also use the inverted when I read, and these are the best ones to remember what inverted means. Because I just can't memorize everything. I just can't. I'm not gonna.
And I have the two decks that I have out are my Fountain deck and my Lo Scaribo deck, which is similar to the Rider-Waite. But for Pompeo, and because we're reading on him, I pulled out my Dark Mirror cards just to get an overview.
Yeah.
And this is not necessarily meaning he's dark. It just they just said, pull me. I said, okay.
This is true.
It's a good thing you have a good rapport with them.
Yeah. All right, let's read on the Pompeo.
Who wants to go first? Is everybody?
Oh my gosh.
Whoop.
Ho ho ho. My cards are funny. Yeah. So I went ahead and did a Celtic cross. I'll go ahead and go first if you don't mind. Yeah. Yeah.
Go for it.
I went and did Celtic cross. The Ace of Wands came up right off the bat. I'm like, all right, for Pompeo. But then what crosses him, the reason why he can't get too much done in this world is because he's a little evil. He has a problem. He's not as nice. He doesn't do things. He has control problems. So he tries to get a new cycle going. He tries to get new things done, but he has problems in that area. He thinks that he's the best. He thinks he's, the best thing ever and that he has victory. However, going into this question about him, rest meaning that he's not going to get too far in what he's going to do. I also have the Six of Cups, which is inverted, which is not nice when you're inverted because it's bad memories. We know who you are, Pompeo. Feeling out of place because you're not liked anymore. Dwelling too much in the past. He's going to use Trump to elevate himself. He also stuck in a rut of memory loss because he can't remember. Oh, you mean Trump did something bad? Was there something bad? What? You know what I mean? He has this memory loss in his stuff. So we have temperance showing up. The temperance in that is the, blending and the self-control that he doesn't have. And then we have the, Ace of Cups or the Queen of Cups inverted, which is emotionally insecure. I mean, it just kind of tells me exactly how he approaches life and what he's going to do. And the outcome on that is the Two of Wands, which is achieving first stage. That's what he wants to do the most, is achieve the first stage, like get elected, get a new job, get this, get that. However, let me pull the next card, fast movement, progress, and action. So he's really trying very hard. But the Eight of Cups at the bottom is that he gets to walk away. So I don't think very much is going to happen with him. What you guys get?
What have you got, Danny?
Well, it's funny that Sheila kept mentioning control problems with my mind just went somewhere different anyway. So I got he wants to start something new with the Knight of Coins. And my question was, is he going to, what's the 411? Is he going to be running, for president? Is he going to try that? And so, yeah, I did get that he has ambition. It's young ambition. But he's got the Seven of Cups crossing this. So there's so much confusion around that we're not really sure, and I think that goes back to, his days with Trump. He's just going to be called up on a lot of things that are just going to throw a lot of confusion in it. He's got the 10 of Wands, which is, there's too many hot pokers that he's trying to manage, and it's not going to work. I'm sorry, let me go back. In the past, he's got the wish card. Yeah, I want to be somebody powerful. I didn't get president, but he wants to advance his political career. However, he feels judgment coming for him. So it's not going to go well for him. And then in the outcome, I have the 6 of Wands. And normally this card in the Rider-Waite is riding into town like a winner. But in this deck, it's like he's being skewered on fire. So I get a completely different meaning from this card. And he's worried, the base of the deck, he's worried about something that has been stolen or that he facilitated in the theft of. So, yeah, he's got a lot of battles ahead of him too. So he's still going to be doing this in the news, but I don't see it going anywhere.
Okay, well, all right, so I'm going to add to that. And I just wanted to say hello to everyone that's joining us. I don't think Jay is with us today. I did see Lucky Girl. So hello to everyone in the chat. And if someone has a question and they're just joining, thanks for saying, what the current topic is. If someone feels like typing out the question and filling in for Jay, have at it. But you don't need to. Okay, so I feel like he's going to go for a lot of rallies. He's going to try to do the rallies, but justice is coming from him. So there's something coming down the pike that it will be announced. We'll hear about it, and we've got pages, and then incoming. It's like the hawks are flying over his head, and he says he's going to do all this stuff, and he ends up lawyering up. I just don't see him getting all the money. I think greed from the past, something about armed deals, like you said, Danny, or greed from the past is going to come up and bite him in the butt, in his buttocks.
In his buttocks.
In his Pompeo and his little pompous buttocks. He's just one of those men that you want to walk up and smack. That's all.
And he sits there on. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The smirk, just.
Oh.
So I forgot to show you my dark mirror card, and it's this. There it is. Today for tomorrow. So he's not thinking about tomorrow. All he's thinking about is today. Everything is just going into today, and he'll figure out tomorrow and figure out how to manipulate what he's saying today later. I'm not going to worry about it. So,
yeah. He could get something down the line. He could be put in a position down the line, but he has the justice card was on his side in the challenge area. So there's the judge going to get him. Somebody's going to get him.
Right.
Oh.
And I had that judgment card too coming up, showing up. So, people are going to be looking at him and they're going to go, oh, no.
Well, if you guys, I don't know if you guys watched the thing on, it comes up on my feed on YouTube where somebody else is just highlighting what happened. And I can't remember who it was. It could have been, anyways. So he was on Fox News and he was being asked because he was complaining about Biden not finding out and pushing harder to find out where did the coronavirus came from. And then the guy asked him, he goes, well, you had a whole year underneath Trump to find out what happened and why didn't you guys push harder? But we did. We know exactly where it came from. It came from Wuhan. I was like, then did you pass that? You know, it was like he's complaining about Biden not pushing hard enough to find out about it, but yet under Trump they had a whole year to do a severe pushing, investigation on it, and he's just flat out convinced it came from Wuhan. With no evidence apparently, because none. No, you're just guessing. You're just guessing.
Well,
so that was the whole interview. That was Pompeo. He was just being another. Isn't he a Gemini? Also,
Probably. Aren't you? But you are too, Sheila, right?
yeah, I'm not that kind of Gemini. I guarantee that, but
No, I don't. All right, who wants to ask the next question?
Well, should we stay with positive people? So Don Jr. He sold his house in the Hamptons for $8 million. He bought it in 2018 with Kimberly. And that woman has the biggest mouth. It's like, anyway, sorry, squirrel. So they made $4 million on the sale of this house. He is he is now selling birthday greetings for $500 on this website. So you go to the website and you can get Don Jr. to wish you happy birthday for $500. Is he that broke, or does he just want some media attention? And if we want to throw in that, I think it's only like 3 cards. But
I know what you're talking about. I think it's like an app where you can get a celebrity to say happy birthday and put your name in there or something like that as like a surprise thing.
Yeah.
I think you're hitting your mic, Danny. I think you keep on hitting your mic.
Are you sure it's not me?
I don't know. It just it keeps on. You know how you hear the swishing?
Okay.
I think it might be.
All right. Let's look to see if he's broke.
Okay.
Is that better if I have it down there?
Sing it. Sorry.
Is my mic better down there?
It sounds fine.
I think just sometimes you just hit it without knowing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're moving. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Possible.
Trying to figure out where to put it. Technology. It's Mercury retrograde and we're trying to fix technology.
It is. It is indeed. All right, so you're both on mute now?
Yeah, just to help with the noise.
Okay, who's going first?
I have my cards if you want me to go ahead and go
Okay,
through.
go. Yep.
Well, I have the changing priorities, and then I have the Six of Pentacles, which is generosity and charity. So what his best game is, let's see if we can get anybody to pay me money, right? Get anybody pay me money. So the charity portion is he thinks there's a whole bunch of people that are willing to pay for that. What we don't have is well, he has doing the groundwork, but I also got the Hermit. Like he wants the laziest possible avenue for money all the time. And this is a lazy avenue for him to get money to do that. Now, I wanted to know if there was anybody who is actually doing it, and yeah, he actually has people who really, really love him. The Cruel and Unusual Punishment, and he's actually gaining money with it, unfortunately. But yeah, he wants the laziest and easiest avenue for money.
What'd you get, Danny?
Well, it's oh boy, Donnie Jr. So the Dark Mirror card, because I kept him out. I got, where is it? calling the storm. So I'm getting a sense that he knows what's coming down. He feels this impending doom on him. I got the Four of Swords. He is, I'm not getting so much an illness with him, but he's in retreat mode. He's in meditation mode. I got the Lovers card, and in this deck, they're in a bubble. So he's just being extremely isolated from, I think, reality. The Two of Swords reversed is saying that his decision-making process is a little off. We all knew that. We have the Nine of Swords, Death, and the High Priestess. So he's trying to do whatever he can to. It feels like just to get away from his reality. So it's kind of like I'm not getting any money cards out of it in this spread, that he needs money. So I think it's more of just him trying to pump himself up versus needing the money. But he's just doing it all wrong. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me where he's going with this. But he is really, really worried with this Nine of Swords, and he's moving on with the Death card. So I don't know. I think it's just publicity.
Yep, I think he's trying to show people that he has skills in the arts, perhaps. He's made some really bad. He's made some really bad previous foolish financial decisions that are very, very bad. And he is looking for. I think he bought somewhere in Florida, but he is looking for another place. Two aces is my change of places, but he doesn't really understand what he's doing. I think it's just like you. He's trying anything, offering anything for any grifting possible. That's what yeah. That's what I think. But he's made some really bad financial decisions. All right. Did you go, Sheila? Okay.
And it was interesting that you said the dark arts, because I get the High Priestess here. And so I was like, well, is he going into some kind of
Did I say
darkness?
Dark?
I thought you did.
I probably did.
Who's right? Did Laurie say dark?
I probably did. Okay. So you got the mysterious woman, right?
The mysterious woman?
Priestess. The Dark Mirror Higher Priestess came out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do you want to switch modes into, because I don't know how are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing great. Do you want to ask about Ercot Utility Corporation in Texas, if they're going to crash?
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I think I'm going to give it a little bit of like a big old Celtic cross to see what the future is on that. We kind of read on it yesterday, but we didn't ask if it was going to crash. So yeah.
Are they going to have a big blackout? Is it going to fail? Is Ercot system going to fail like they did over the winter time?
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen.
And of course, he gone. Where'd he go? He must have gone. He hit something.
He gone.
I haven't seen your video from yesterday yet, so I'll keep an eye out for that. Where are you?
I know the feeling, hon. I try to catch up on everybody's too.
Oh, there
he is.
You know, we do have solar flares hitting the Earth, and maybe that's it.
All right. Let's take a look at Texas Ercot Utility Corporation. See if Ted Cruz is going to have to go. Cancun Cruz is going to have to go back to.
Oh.
This is for Ercot Utility.
You people in Texas, you better watch out.
You have your cards laid out, Sheila?
Not yet. I'm still shuffling.
Go, Danny.
All right. So Texas, you got the first card, and I did a big old Celtic cross. First card, you've got the tower. So get ready, Texas. Have extra water. Just be prepared. And this isn't to scare anybody. This is just for you guys to get prepared out there. At the top, at what crosses this is Texas feeling like they don't need anything, that they're the emperor. We got this. We don't need to be part of a national grid. We're Texas. Who do you think we are? We're Texas. Anyway, at the base of the reading is the Nine of Pentacles. They do have the infrastructure. They do have everything they need if it were working correctly. It's not working correctly. They have judgment in the past. They've already seen what happens with their electrical grid. At the top of the reading, they have the Seven of Cups, which is illusion, delusion. They're trying, the government, and this is in the potential near future, the Hierophant, the government is going to throw out all this nonsense about why it isn't working, what's going on, and it doesn't really matter. You just need to fix it. Internally, the internal influences, I have death. This normally doesn't mean, physical death, but in this situation with extreme heat, you guys have to be super careful about that. If heat stroke can kill you, heat exhaustion, the signs are very similar. Go check it out. Make sure if you got heat stroke, you got to go to the hospital. That's a medical emergency. They are going to give birth, external influences, they are going to give birth to a new way of looking at their energy grid. It's because things keep failing so much, they're going to have to come up with something new. But right now, they have the Four of Swords, and this is a retreat. This is quiet. This is being sick a little bit. So don't run out and exercise out in this crazy heat. I see Texas grid not doing well during this heat event that they're having.
Okay, thanks for that. What have you got, Sheila? Did you get the same thing or did you get something different?
Well, I went ahead and did a full-on Celtic cross where the first one it is talented, doing the groundwork, quality craftsmanship. I hear that noise the whole time. Crazy. But I see that craftsmanship, and they really thought that what they had was going to work, and that is really weird, because then we had the Queen of Cups, and it was like that new romance, that new horizon. They thought that they were doing that, and then we had the Queen of Wands below them, business. It was all about business and saving money. We have the Pages swords. The business wasn't fully thought out. It was still immature. What they had going on. We have the King of Pentacles. It was all about money. It was all about money. But going forward, they've lied to the people. They said everything was good to go. They said everything was right. They said everything that what we were doing was good. They lied to them. Because the steady progress, meaning the steady progress and how much the grid has to endure, the steady progress of it is deteriorating. And you're right. The outside influence talks about a new enterprise, another choice. And we were talking about that. Maybe they're going to take on the Green New Deal and do it, self-sufficient, but they're going to get panels, or they're going to do something, invest in that, because their system. I got the tower. The system is deteriorating. The system is collapsing. And then I have the Ten of Swords coming out, the pain and the suffering of the people, because they have to endure what they put in, and they didn't tell them the truth. So it's like, yes, we got a good thing going on, but we're not going to tell you all the bad stuff, and you're going to be paying for it. Every one of you, their bills are astronomical in Texas. So that's what I got.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and I got a lot of similar cards too, Sheila, with this illusion delusion that we're not telling you the truth about it. And I got the Tower too. Scary.
Yeah, they're not being forthright. They were really in it, for the money, and they didn't have the growth. They didn't think about the growth, and it's old. But there's a delay, then the hangman comes in and they're on their side and they can't function as normal, and it will have to be cut for people, or it'll just go out, because people are definitely going to suffer. The Five of Pentacles, which we don't want to see. Government's to blame, but I do think the cavalry will be called. Somebody is coming in to save them. So that made me happy up there. I think it's great that we all got an ace somewhere for some sort of new venture, some way to fix it. Right? But, Abbott, this is bad. So hopefully it'll take Abbott out, but I don't want it to, even if it did take Abbott out, I don't want it to happen to the Texas people, No. All right. So,
yeah. And I got this, the Hierophant too, which is the government. So maybe that is, and this is in the potential near future, maybe the government is going to come in and step in, the national government. I don't know how they can do that though in Texas. I just think, when I was looking at this, that the Texas government may fall, and maybe that's what you were talking about with Abbott, that this is another nail in his political future that is not going to go well. So
I think can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I unplugged my microphone, so maybe that'll help with all that crap that we've been hearing. I think what I've been getting is, it's almost like they come to Texas and say, hey, you guys could be the prototype for this. You could be the only ones on this Green New Deal grid. You know what I mean? They're like, it's like an offering to the Texans, like, you guys could be the special ones, which that's what they like. And I think that's because it keeps on coming up with new perspective, new something, some new enterprise, new cycle, something new is coming into them. And the only thing is it does have to fail at some sort, and they're going to suffer for a while before they'll accept it. And that's the worst part.
The other thing too, because of all this new tech that's going into Texas, with Elon Musk and Tesla and all these, and there's a lot more tech companies in there, especially in the Austin area. They're going to demand some kind of change, and they're going to bring forth some kind of new green, and maybe we can read on that, is that new green energy, is Texas going to finally look at that and realize, we do need to change this, and the old leaf. I mean, I personally think that's the way that's gonna go, but you can't have Tesla moving to Texas without new innovations coming into Texas.
Or a way to plug in their cars.
Right.
Plug in the car. Sorry.
Right.
It's not funny. It isn't funny. I feel very bad. My niece and her whole family live in Texas. And I have an
Also, Abbott he's begging for money for the border wall and not money for the grid. So he is pandering to the border wall in Texas and to keep immigrants out and instead of improving the power grid. So there's that too.
Okay. You want to stay on the other weather question that we have, or do you want to go back into, do you want to take a look at the hurricane season?
Yeah, let's take a look at the hurricane.
Look at it real quick. Because, I had a greener Kim asking about the drought in western states, if it's going to get worse. And then I had someone else had a bad dream about a hurricane. So which one do you want to start with? Hurricanes first?
Hurricane.
All right, let's see how if the U.S. mainland is going to have there won't be one big particular event, or will it be extremely active? How many hurricanes are we going to have? None. I vote for none.
Yeah, I vote for none too.
Oh boy, I wish we could vote. Well, you know what we could do is we could vote none here, but we have a spot in Florida. There's a house, Mar-a-Lago. We'll give them plenty of warning so that they can get everybody out. But I mean, we can just direct it.
Little precision.
We could take
hurricane.
we could take out our Sharpie and draw where it's going to go.
Exactly. Funnel it that way.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh
yep.
My gosh.
When he used his Sharpie to make a point and be right.
You know, it's so bizarre because you look back at these things and you just go, oh yeah, he did that. Oh yeah, and he did that. Oh, I forgot. I mean, it's just like one thing. We were like just so inundated. Oh yeah.
Yep, it's okay. Yeah, you forget all the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Well, I came across something pretty good. I mean, like frustration, restriction, and constraint. Yeah, that's the weather. That's the hurricanes. It's going to take a toll on them. We also have the hierarchy tradition meaning that it's hurricane season, expect it, kind of a thing. You guys know what to do. You guys know how to button down the hatches and stay. And then we have the disappointment and loss and grief. Okay, so that does come into play. But what surprised me was we have the regret on that. But Biden is going to take care of it tons better than 45. It's almost like going to be because excitement and speedy and movement comes in. So the government is going to shine. Sounds horrible, but disaster is going to bring about. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like it's going to make We don't want nobody to hurt. We don't want the disaster to come. But the hurricane season, and it does look like the cards that there's going to be some big ones, but it's going to be like Biden's finest hours.
So are you saying that Biden's going to throw more paper towels than Trump did?
Absolutely, more paper towels. To absorb. Yeah, he is. He's gonna have a better. He probably has a better arm. That's what the problem is that, he could really launch
Probably.
it and get the people in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, seeing the people in the back, they didn't get any paper towels.
Nothing. Exactly.
Nothing.
Because, Trump doesn't know how to throw anything.
Oh my gosh.
That was terrible. That was just when you didn't think it could get any worse, it got worse down there.
Yeah.
So what do you have, Danny?
You go first, because
Okay.
I'm still digesting this.
I'm a little concerned that I'm thinking of this as like one storm because it's circular and then there's the pathway. But the tracking of it, I think, may be off a little bit. I'm concerned about the Seven of Cups being on its side. And it goes to another place. So it's almost like they're missing some important information. But the people that live in that place intuitively know to get ready for it. So I think they're prepared. But looks like we're going to have another Sharpie episode, but with real meteorological people. But it could be a little bit askew with the path. You know how they change the spaghetti paths all the time? You turn it on one day, it's one way, and they turn, and then so that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that there's one particular storm that I guess my guides wanted to focus in on today to say that the projected path will be off a bit.
Right. And that makes a lot of sense to me because I've got the high priestess and then I've got the Two of Swords. And I was like, well, what is, how is that in with this reading? And that you explained it really well, that it's not going to be clear which direction to go in. So, and with hurricanes, you never know which direction. When you're trying to get out of the way of a hurricane, the path can always come up and bite you. Well, I'm going to move my boat to another marina or to another harbor. Well, that doesn't help because just a little bit of movement and you're in the worst of it. I do have a lot of work, people coming together. I do have it costing a lot of money. And it's going to come kind of quick, and people are going to have to move out of the way. They're going to have to get out of this. So I'm feeling it is going to be a big storm. I didn't get the feeling of multiple storms either. But when I pulled on it, I saw not Florida or Texas, but I saw a Pacific storm coming up the West Coast, like Baja, maybe even San Diego, which would be weird because we do get them, but normally not real strong like that. Mexico does get them. And in trying to clarify things, I got the Mother of Wands, Strength, and the Father of Pentacles. So it's about protecting what you have, buttoning down, securing your building, having a lot of strength, and it's going to cost a lot of money. So. But I'm just getting one storm like what you were getting, Lori.
Yeah, I didn't get multiples. At least not that's what they wanted to talk about, was this one misnomer or something, when
I
we
got the same thing. I didn't get multiple either. I come to think about it, I got one big storm. So that's consistent. Yeah.
Okay, good. What else did you get with that?
Well, I already did my
Oh,
reading
right.
of that, but
Okay.
yeah, I was just saying that I too also come to think about it, I didn't get multiple. I got like
right.
big storm. So
Okay, good. Well, that's good. How about the Western states drought? Worse or better?
It's getting so bad out here. Sheila, are you getting is Colorado
doesn't seem to be too overly affected. We've already went through probably about 3 or 4 well, maybe 10 years ago now. We went through some severe drought problems and we seem to have recovered. However, it has kind of like moved into like the flyover states is what they call it. All of the flat plains and stuff like that, they're getting extreme heat right now. They're getting the dust and they're just getting really hit pretty dang hard with all of that. So my feeling is that it just seems like it's going to be normal to have heat above 100 versus before you'd only have a heat above 100 for like a week or so, or even in August. But it just feels like it's coming sooner and it's getting hotter, and that's happening. Even with Colorado, we got snow all the way up until after Mother's Day. Right?
Wow.
And we're not getting snow until like around January or February. Like that snow. I mean, it would snow, but to get any major snow. So things are changing. The climate is changing.
Right.
Things are slow or quickly that we're noticing it. So that's my take on that. But let's throw some cards.
Yeah, there's Lake Mead is which we get a lot of our water from. It's like crazy low. There's wrecks underneath the water, airplanes and shipwrecks that you could never ever dive to because they were like 200-300 feet deep. Now they're like at 60 feet, and recreational divers are going diving these wrecks. It's nuts, and that's where we get all our water and all the irrigation for a lot of our food for the nation. It's
yeah, somebody in the chat just posted that she's Beverly Spencer. She said that Sheila, here in the Western Slope in Colorado, we are on water restrictions because we are in a drought. So the Western Slope, you guys, like when you're in California, you have the Western Slope and the Eastern Slope. So we also have that same thing. So the Western Slopes tends to be more hotter and deserty because it's closer to Utah. Things like that. So, she said that they're getting some drought, which I didn't know that. So that's interesting. Here where I live in Colorado Springs, underneath Pikes Peak, we're not under any water restrictions or anything like that. And in fact, we're becoming a little humid right now, and which is not normal either, because usually, Colorado is pretty dry. So even that is changing. It's just weird. Really weird.
It is really weird. And I just want to thank Lucky Girl for posting the PayPal link for Melody. And I also want to thank Lisa Carolyn for typing out the questions. Thanks. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody just posted in there. People are posting from their states and says, I'm in Kansas and it's extremely hot right now. Seems early for a triple digit stuff. I agree. I lived in Kansas for quite some time. And August usually was the worst, right? That was the nightmare month. And we're already in June and they're already in triple digits, which is not normal.
Yeah, that is. What have you got, Danny? Yeah, well, I think it's happening earlier for everyone.
Yeah. I got I pulled 6 cards. I got the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. And for the first 3 cards. And to me it feels like this heat wave, it's just going to keep going, and it is going to cost a lot of money. It's going to be disruptive, that we're going to have to look for it just feels like it's with this Emperor card, it's not so much the government as it's just this oppressive type of situation that is just hanging over us. Speaking of hanging over us, I have the Hanged Man reversed, which just says it's going to last a long time. We're going to be in suspension. We are going to realize that we need to change our ways with the Justice card. And the last card I got is the 8 of Cups. And either this is, we're going to have people moving away from these areas to try to get some relief, or I guess, we're going to change our ways so that we don't have to keep, we can manage the heat and the water better. I'm gonna pull some clarifiers on that last one.
Well, that sounds good to me. I think that everyone gets shocked, that it's gonna be hot with the sun and the strength. And boy, it is. It's gonna cost just a gazillion dollars. It's just gonna cost so much. But then when I go up the side of the Celtic cross, I think we're all gonna work together. And the government rules will be changed, and we're going to fix it.
Yeah. When we fix it, the timing is the question. That's down the road, because
right.
It's.
I kind of got almost the exact same thing you did, Lori, where it talks about the misery and the stress and the burden that we have put on the earth, the stress. And that's the thing about it is the emotional and the feeling, the intuition and the due diligence also comes up. Like there's a lot of people out there that are really, 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 really working hard to make sure this is going to be fixed or going to be helped, because we have a transition coming. Mm-hmm. And the transition is in the actions, because of that transition is coming. But the transition, I've said this a few times, and I've read this on the earth many a times. The earth is not going to die. It will take us out before it dies. And I've always said that. It's like the earth, and it sounds horrible to say, but I'm just trying to say it the best that I can. Is the earth, it's just like anything else. It's living, it's breathing, it's taking care of itself. And if something else is trying to hurt it, it's going to go after it, just like antibodies in your body. It's going to go after it and it's going to take it out. So either we figure out how to become one with the earth, or we're going to lose that battle, and the earth will win no matter what. but I do see the opportunity and the stability coming. So at some point in time in our future of these crazy humans that keep on terrorizing the earth, at some point in time, it does look like we do get in sync with it. And it's the thing about environmental is like we can go in and forcefully go do a whole bunch of stuff, but what if we sit back and listen to Mother Earth and let her tell us what she needs? Where do you need us to stop this? Where do you need, get the data? And that, I think that's where we're coming up with a whole bunch of empathetic, very intuitive scientists nowadays. It's like they're not going out there with their heads and believing stuff. They're actually digging into the earth and going, this is what's going on. She's breathing over here and suffocating over here. We have that intuitive, and I think that's one of the things that I've noticed a lot is we don't just have scientists that coming on and telling us about this. There are scientists that are telling us more. And the caring is also there. The worry is also there. The I love the earth, let's help her, type of thing. So I really do think that we're going, I don't know if we're going to see it in our lifetime, but just know that our work that we're doing today helps continue and lobs a beautiful, wonderful empathy bomb in the future for those who are going to do it, knowing that we cared. So
that was beautiful.
I'm off my soapbox now.
I think it's going to happen though. What did you get with your clarifying cards, Danny?
Well, and it's interesting. Before I show you, because it's with what Sheila was saying, we are. When we look at the scientists and the doctors from our generation with, all the, where we throw away what Mother Nature was providing for us and how to work with the planet. And we say, no, let's work with just science. We have the food groups. We have all the science that now is going, well, those food groups are like the what is it? The acronym is SAG, but I can't remember what it is anymore.
Are you talking about the food groups like bread, rice?
Yeah, right. And that's
yeah,
and that's not a healthy way to live. We're finding out now, so we are going back to a more shamanic way of dealing with the earth. And having a little more reverence for it. And I wish we would all wake up a lot quicker, but I think we are. And I think the scientists are going, we don't have the answers. We need to move forward in a more respectful way to the planet. My clarifiers, now me getting off my soapbox, is so for the Eight of Cups, walking away from sorrow. Excuse me. I got the Five of Cups, sorrow, just extreme sorrow. I got the Son of Pentacles, which is we are coming up with a new project, a new way that is going to help solve this issue. And then I've got the Daughter of Swords, which is saying that there's going to be new laws coming out that the new laws are going to be able to help the planet a little better. I think it's slow, but I think we are moving people are waking up and realizing we can't keep going like this.
Well, at least we've got some really positive cards after we got some really tough ones. Okay, well, that was interesting. Okay, so does anyone want to ask the last question? Do we want to look into Israel and Hamas, if that will escalate, or do you want to take a look at the McCarthy, Pelosi, Ilhan Omar question, or did you have something funny, Danny or Sheila, that you wanted to? take us towards the end of the show?
What is the McCarthy and Omar? Explain a little bit about that. Did I miss something?
McCarthy wants Pelosi to remove Ilhan Omar from the Foreign
That's
Affairs
right.
Committee.
Let's read on her
Okay.
because I think she's a pretty bad A woman, and I think we're gonna get some cards that fight back.
You said bad A woman.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cuss.
All right.
Okay.
Not a bad woman. Bad
All right.
Bad A woman. Yeah.
Let's see if she keeps her seat on the Foreign Affairs Committee, her political future.
What is it with these knuckleheads that want to tell everybody else what to do? Why don't they just focus on their caucus, what they need to do, instead of going, I mean, he's in the Senate, she's in the House. Let her do her thing, and you should focus on your troubles, mister.
It's tit for tat and Marjorie Taylor Greene, but
Exactly. They need to focus on their QAnon specialty there, that QAnon specialty that they have. Oh, the one who went on a field trip to learn about the Holocaust, probably for the first time in her life.
Field trip. All right.
Really, do we need a press conference for every time that woman learns something new?
Oh,
what we're gonna do from here on out?
Ilhan Omar, is she gonna do good with her job, or is she going out? And then there's quite a few people. I usually go off by now, but there's quite a few people that want to know about the new prime minister in Israel and if he's going to continue bombing or
or if he's going to get out of his house.
I don't have any time restrictions, so whenever, I don't have any.
I have to be out in 8 hours. Let's see how long we can go. So while I'm shuffling, thinking about Miss Omar, the Empress popped out, and I think that is who she is. She's a super powerful woman that's bringing forth new ideas, and you know, a lot of people aren't going to like new ideas because they're new. They disrupt the old way of doing things, and I just think it's time to get over that. That we need to walk into new. And anyway, I'm on a soapbox. Sheila, you got me on a soapbox. Now I'm just hanging up there yakking.
What did I do?
You got Dan.
You put me on a soapbox. You said. Anyway.
I threw my cards. If you guys are ready, I got my cards ready.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
You know, I said, what is her fate? What is going to happen? The first card right off the bat, I got all major arcana for her. I got the Knight of Pentacles, the dependability. She's a dependable girl. She's very dependable. She knows what she wants, and she's going to go get it. She also has that Knight of Cups, that idealistic, that I can draw people in. If you ever listen to her, this is a perfect card for her. So, like, trying to keep it she seduces you with her agenda because of how she speaks to you and what she says and how she presents it. So she has that part about her, the idealistic. Now I also got the complexity in her, the independence. She's not afraid of him. She's not afraid of what you say. She's not afraid of what you do. She knows what she wants. She knows why she's there. She knows every day she wakes up, she has a voice and she's going to use it for the good. And this is her thing. And then I got the Sun, success. The fact that they want her gone pushes her success like a rocket. Because every time they don't want something, they don't like something, they call for this or call for that. It elevates the voice of that person. And that is exactly what he's doing for her. And whether he knows it or not, because I got the abandonment for him because I threw the hangman. He got the hangman. And they're going to abandon his idea. So that's what I got for her. I knew it was going to be big.
What did you get, Danny? Good. Danny, did you freeze?
Freeze frame.
Oh, he froze and he went out?
Freeze frame.
Oh,
We have two.
we're close, Danny.
What I say is twice as important what you say.
Oh man. Okay. Mr. Twice as important guy, you go first.
I don't have anything to say. Okay. All right. Ms. Omar, I got the Two of Pentacles reversed for her. And the Two of Pentacles for me, it's, either underwater, trying to balance, trying to get up on top of things, or it's balancing these, ideas, but being reversed, I'm feeling like it's other people trying to throw her off her game, and it's not really working. She has the Wish card, and her ideas. She's got the Eight of Wands above the reading that shows that her ideas are coming in fast and furious. She just isn't running on one platform. She's got a bunch of different platforms, things that she wants to see change on. She's kind of singular in a way, but she's shining a big light on what her projects are. And she has, even though I said it's not singular, I think I'm getting that she does have one favorite project she wants to see. I'm not really sure what that is, but she does have success with it. She plans very well, and the final outcome is the Knight of Wands. And for me, this card is her actions, her thoughts are riding on strength. So super powerful woman. I looked at the base of the deck just to get some idea of what was going on, just further clarification. I got Judgment in the Hierophant. She's going to stay in the government. She has new ideas. She's got the Joe Biden card in there too. So, he's not going to get rid of her. And she is going to be a disruptive force for old school, not for, it didn't feel like it was, she wants to crumble anything down. She wants to crumble the old school so she can bring new ideas and new projects to the government. So she's, I didn't get many major arcanas, if any. I got a couple, but I think she's staying for her term for however long she wants.
Yeah, I got some majors here. I think he's still going to continue to try to come after her. He's trying to assert power with that club, but I think she's okay because at the end I have the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. She does have some changes coming. And she may be added to yet another committee. So there could be some changes coming, but she herself and her career is okay. That's what I'm getting. Just like the rest of you. All three of you.
The double mint twin.
Yeah.
Somebody said, right? Okay, so let's just take a quick look just to calm or allay fears for people. Will the bombing, the airstrikes, this is entertainment purposes only, YouTube. Airstrikes in Gaza, will they calm down? Will things calm down or not with Bennett?
This is heavy energy. I do want to.
Yes, it is.
Somebody in there says Louis Gomart, which watches too many sci-fi movies because he thinks you can move the orbit of the moon. I'm like, Louis, this is not an asteroid. The moon is not an asteroid, and it's not like going to the movies where they go and bomb it and move it. I mean, come on.
I want to hear what Dave Johnson has to say about Louis Gomart and having him say he can move the moon.
Yeah. I mean, I watched it over and over what he was saying, and I think he really believed it. Because I wanted to see if it came from a spot where he was just being a jerk. But I watched his movements, everything. He really believed it. It's still weird to me. Like, this is a grown man. I really want my representatives to know basic science. Can we at least get that down?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you're asking for far too much.
Apparently.
That's a whole show we can read on.
Yes.
Just on the representatives not having the knowledge to be in government. It's
mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing. And
thank you everyone who joined us today. This is going to be the last question because we don't want to go too long. And but we know a lot of you are concerned about it. I saw a lot of the questions in the chat about it. And thanks for just getting around the audio problems. I never heard anything icky for either of you. So, but I saw some comments, so I'm sorry there were problems. Sorry.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I think if you concentrate and pay attention to the message and not, the semantics, I think that we have something good for you guys.
Yeah. And on that note, what are you getting on Bennett and Israel and further airstrikes or not?
Yeah, I have the Knight of Wands where they're going to take action and discipline. He's after discipline. Uh-oh.
So what are you getting? So I'm confused. Will Bennett order more?
He's after discipline. He's got an agenda that he didn't let anybody know about.
Okay.
Because I also get trickery and thief. So I have the action. He's going to take action. Trickery. He wants to be free of something, of a partnership. So there's a partnership somewhere. There's a partnership that he has an agenda on, and he wants to be free of this partnership.
Okay.
I don't know a lot about it, but I know that it just clicked in somebody's head. I felt the whole thing just clicked together. That's what's going on over there. Is he didn't say anything about this agenda, but he has taken action. He's not telling the truth, but he wants freedom from a partnership. So there was a partnership that he was involved in, and the stress and the burden of it. Also, I get the stress and the burden of it, and then I get the Four of Cups, the apathy, the disconnect. I mean, everything here says that there's a partnership. There's something he's trying to separate from.
Right.
Wow.
So,
well, that was the whole thing, that beat Netanyahu was that this coalition of governments, he's going to run it for 2 years, and then the other guy's going to step in and run it for 2 years. That's my understanding. So
I think he's trying to sever that 2 years. He's going to continue on.
Yeah.
I really do. And yes, he is going to continue on until that is done and that is completed. now that he is in power, he's going to separate from that that commitment, that union.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can I go, Lori?
Yeah, go. Both of you.
Because my cards, I was going, what are these saying? He's riding into town as a winner. He came in, he has now won. Okay, with the 6 of Wands. I got the Chariot. He's moving on. So I'm going, is this movement trying to show strength? You know, is that why what he's doing with Gaza? Just that there's some kind of movement. And then I got the 3 of Wands, which is he's planning something. So when Sheila was saying that he wants to split up this partnership, what he won here, he's moving on from this winning team, and he's got a plan of his own where he's going to be maybe trying to split that up. So that'll be something to watch for in the future. And I go, well, that didn't really tell me anything about Gaza and what is going on with him. And I just want to say, for entertainment only, and this is not good. I got the 3 of Swords.
I did too.
I got the 7 of Wands, and I got the Devil. I'm just feeling more heartbreak. I feel like this is my Man of La Mancha card, where, you know, this guy is fighting windmills, and I feel Hamas is going to be fighting these, or they don't know where to fight, or Israel doesn't know who to hit, you know, because maybe, you know, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of innocent people that are caught up in this. And it's dark. It's just dark energy. So I don't want to get into it too much because it's making my stomach hurt.
Yeah, he thinks I got the same thing with the 3 of Swords, and just with the separation, he doesn't want this partnership. And there is another, I don't know if this is the leader of Egypt that tries to come in and broker a deal and tries to get people to behave, but he doesn't want it. He doesn't want that. He's all over the place. He switches his energy as he changes his underwear. So he's just not. And sometimes he just thinks he's having fun, but he's on a mission. He is definitely on a mission, and that's the outcome card. So it doesn't look very happy. So we'll keep everybody over there. And it's just wrong way thinking, you know, so we'll keep everybody over there in our prayers.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It kind of breaks my heart. I just hope that I hope it doesn't get, you know, they've been fighting for so long.
They sure have.
You know, it just feels like this, it seems like this war's been going on, you know, since I was a child. All I remember is the fighting and everything that's been going on. So,
yeah.
One way or another, and it's like they resolve their problems by fighting, and it's destroying historical buildings. It's, you know, it's pretty sad, actually.
We'll lift them up. We will send prayers and we'll lift them up, and we all combine our energies. We're pretty powerful, even with damage double. You know, it's extreme.
Exactly.
Extreme.
Can we throw like a whatchamacallit card at the end?
Yes, a word to the light, or
let's do that. Let's throw a high vibe oracle card at the end for everybody. Okay. I have my Moonology. I just got them, so I'm excited.
Ooh, nice.
I don't know why it took me so long to get them. I watch everybody else with them, and I go, ooh. Finally, I got it.
Getting close again.
Freeze frame.
Rose again with that big smile.
At least he's always smiling when it happens.
Yes. Well, I'll let you guys go with this, and then we'll go out after that. We don't want to get over onto black and orange time too much.
Oh, yeah. She's on. Everybody, yeah. Head over there when you're done. There's Danny. Okay, so the last part is a new start is coming, the new moon. A new start is coming. We've been saying this for quite some time as readers. Our new life, our new world, our new ideas, all of it is really literally right here, right now. And it is already in movement. There's nothing we can do to stop it because it's already in motion. And that's the best news ever. So we have to get rid of, the yuck and work towards rejecting the yuck so that we can embrace the good coming forward. So that's what I got.
I love that card. What did you get, Danny?
That's great. I got the same thing, only a different card. I got you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and face your north truth. And so we just think that our Am I gone? There I am. I think I'm back. Good thing this is the last pull. Anyway, we don't need to overthink this. Just keep in the higher vibration and know that we're on the right path. We have new things coming. Don't get caught up in the sewer of politics and all this. Stay in the higher vibration. Keep facing north.
Yay! I think that was wonderful. That's a great couple of messages for us to go out on. So thank you both for joining me today, and we'll get back together. We didn't answer some of the other questions, and I know you both had some more questions, so we'll do Danny's channel or Sheila's channel next time. And thanks to all the moderators.
We can do this.
Thank you all for coming.
There so often. This would be fun.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Bye-bye. We'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.